Jimmy Patsos, Rob Poole, and Brett Bisping. We'll ask Coach to begin with an opening statement and then field questions. Raise your hands. I'll get you in the mic.
That on the side. What? Can see this. I'm really proud of the school, the fans, the community. From day one, this has been a great job because of all the people involved, the former players. I heard from Downey, Rossiter, all these guys, way to represent and go get them this morning. But I took this job. My lawyer was Rob 80s. He's since passed away. Rob 80s gave me this when I took the Loyola job, it's wild because Joe Boylan, the guy that hired me, is here. He's friends with John Dargenio. The two people I fooled the best in life were Joe Boylan and John Dargenio to get him to hire me. I don't know how I did that, but this was in our locker room all year and no one knew about it. And everyone did laugh at us. I know people laughed when we took the job. And then first they ignored us, then they laughed at us and picked us 10th. Then they realized that we were good and they started fighting us. But like Gandhi taught us, it was too late. I'm sure me and him have some things similar. I'm sure that we have some ideologies that are a little different. But then you win. This happened faster than I thought. It's a credit to the kids. I was driving in today and the Grateful Dead song, What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, played. I said, this must be my day because it's been a long strange trip from Montreal to here, to having guys hurt in the preseason, to Purdue, to the Old Spice, to the MAC, to Springfield, back to San Fran, Fresno, and home. But we protected our house today because we represent, of course, Siena is the most important thing we represent, but we represent the MAC, and we represent Under Armour because Under Armour went on a fly and gave us all this stuff to come to the Albany area. And when Kevin Plank texts and says, don't forget the thing that started our company was protect this house, that's all I told to our team. We're in our real house. We better protect it, and we did. So I'd like to thank everybody involved, but great leadership starts at the top. Father Kevin and John Dargenio. You don't have to go any further. Everything that's happened this year is because of Father Kevin and John Dargenio. I'm labor, not management, right, Joe? Joe was like semi-management. In other words, when you work at a great school like this, Father Kevin and John Dargenio are what matter. And they have the vision, and they have the courage, and they have the willpower, and they have the money to say, let's go do some things that are going to be a little different. But it's really, our motto was about the banners, about what's been going on here for 35 years. Jack Mulvey's a real pain, but he's my friend, and he was like the greatest rebounder to ever play here. When he comes in your office and says, you guys didn't play hard, you didn't play tough Wednesday, but you will on Saturday, that helps. Because the players get that. The players understand that other players know it. That being said, my coaching staff was unbelievable this year. My assistant coaching staff, they're a little different because they got to deal with me all the time. But Greg Manning, Luke DeLessio, Lucius Jordan. And Lucius Jordan was a diamond we found here in Albany. We found Lucius Jordan here. And Garrett Kelly does all this stuff. So Garrett, Lucius, Luke, and Greg, they deserve as much credit as I do. They work as hard as I do. They do lots of stuff. And sometimes they go out too much. But other than that, they're pretty good people. And before I take any questions, I want to make sure one thing's clear. Somebody said a lot about your new players. Mitch Bonaguro left us some good players. Mitch Bonaguro is a good person and a friend of mine. I don't know what happened in the past. I wasn't here. But Mitch Bonaguro left us Rob Poole and Brett Bisping, okay? I didn't find them. They were here. And he deserves credit and should share in this. So Mitch had a lot to do with the banners that are up here. And most guys don't give credit like that, but I do. Because Mitch is a good person. He was always nice to me, and I'm sure he's had. See, I don't think Mitch is mad we won. I think Mitch is happy we won because he's a good person. And these are the guys that he brought here. I wasn't here and brought them. I brought some new guys, and together we rose. But it's a culmination of what's gone on for 35 years at Siena basketball. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the MAC, and I just want to thank everybody in the community and the fans. The good news is whenever I think I'm crazy, there's this guy, Darren Donnie, who's crazier than me, and he's like the first guy I met here. And he's taught me about what a great community it was because he grew up here. He's the guy that put the 10 grand up for the shot, I think. Like, that's what makes this a fun job. There's some jobs in bigger conferences that don't have that kind of involvement. It's not me. I hate when they yell my name for a lot of reasons. First of all, I don't deserve it. Second of all, I don't deserve it. Third of all, I don't deserve it. But fourth of all, it's because this is a community thing, and I mean that. Whether it's ex-players or guys that grew up in Albany that just love the team and support us, to parents, to the players, to the walk-ons, to the cheerleaders. But Father Kevin and John D'Argenio, that's the picture that we're going to frame holding the trophy. And we would. Father Kevin had to do a wedding. Believe me, he almost called in sick, but he didn't. Instead, he rented an Irish bar and watched it there at 11:30. Wedding's not till 3. So that's it. I just will take any questions, but the players deserve the most credit of all goes to the players because they won. They bought in. And even though the good news is Poole doesn't like me and Brett doesn't like me, but I think they love me, and that counts more. I'll take any questions.
Actually, for either player first, what's it like to have a season that started being picked 10th in your own league and with you guys up on a ladder, cutting down net, winning a title? Either player.
Rob, you want to take it first?
It's real nice because we were picked 10th, and even after the Montreal trip, we knew we were a good team, and we knew we can compete with the better teams in the league and in the country. So winning this championship just means a lot of all the controversy that we went through and all the hard work we put in all year. Practices weren't fun, fights, black eyes, getting hurt all the time, but that's the hard work you need to do to win a championship. So we're real happy.
Brett, you want to take that question?
Oh yeah, we weren't
Brett
given
would like to thank his parents that drove here all the way from Illinois.
right there. Yep, 14 hours.
Teach you everything, man.
Crazy. No, yeah, we weren't given a lot this year. We were picked low in the league to start, so I think we kind of took that a little personally maybe, and we wanted to respond and show people different.
By the way, I'm not sure anybody improved more in the country than Brett Bisping at the Division I level. I'm not kidding. That I will take credit for. Actually, Gary Williams took credit for that. He did. He says, how's that my guy doing? I watch him all the time.
Brett, you hit that first three-pointer of the game, and it seemed like if they were any louder in here, the roof was going to fly off. The environment that you guys had today, just how much did that fuel what you guys wanted to do in this game?
Definitely. We've been saying all year that we love our fans. Our student section was great again. Back to back. That's impressive. We weren't sure. We were hoping they would all come out, and they did. So we're very thankful for that. But, that just shows what kind of a program we have here, and everyone wants to come out and support us.
Yeah, Jimmy, 4 weeks ago you were kind of summing up what seemed to be the end of the season. What has this last month been like, and what has it meant for this team?
Yeah, it's great for the team. It's great for the MAC. See, we were ready because we play in the MAC. You don't play Fresno. See, I told our guys today I did a bad job Wednesday. I failed. Wednesday's failing grade goes to me. Today the A goes to the players. I said we didn't handle them like we did Billy Barron. I said what we did to Billy Barron, we came up a little short, but that's a great player. We have to disrupt him, trap him, run at him, press. See, the MAC gets you ready because Manhattan does all kinds of different stuff. Iona's as good as score. See, they looked like Iona the other day. And I said, we can't keep up with Iona, Jim. We can't keep up with Fresno. We got to make them give the ball up and frustrate them and then drop back to a 3-2 zone. We hadn't played 3-2 zone in a month, but I played it in the MAC. And then Quinnipiac, they got the size inside. And then, Ryder with their tough guy players, but Manhattan was the one that, they don't count the score. We got killed at Manhattan, but we came back and beat them here. I said, this is the same thing that's going on. I couldn't use Iona because we didn't beat them. But I said, we got killed by Manhattan, the team that won our league. But what do we do when we got them back here? We just got killed by Fresno. Now let's man up, own it. It's my fault mostly. It's a little your fault, but we'll have to do better on Saturday. And that's why the MAC's a great league because there's no quit in the MAC.
Other questions?
For either guy, Brett or Robbie, how much was this game about pride? I know that's kind of a cliche
That's
thing.
one of the 7
to ask.
deadly sins. We don't use that word.
Yeah, it's true.
You can be proud, but pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Dante's Inferno.
Can you just talk about the difference in the defensive intensity, Jimmy? They shot like 76% in the first half on Wednesday. They shot like 18% in the first
Yeah,
half.
pretty much the invert. No, it was. To answer your question, it was about, and I understand what you're saying about pride, but I don't use that word because that's one of the, I talked about the banners in the program. I talked about the history of the program and how we had to defend that. No, I'm not dissuading what you say. I looked those up the other day. Sloth stuck out right at me, but we'll go over that later. I'd say we played zone. We played 3-2 zone that we hadn't played in a while. And so we played that, and I don't think they were ready for it. But, hey, we weren't ready for them to come off ball screens. I wasn't ready for them to play zone defense in the 2 out of 3. The second game, right, Mark? They played man out there. They played 2-3 zone most of the time, and I wasn't ready for it. Well, we played 3-2, and they weren't ready for it. So That and the bacon that the guys ate this morning, whatever else they had, I don't know. But it seemed like I was surprised. I thought some people might. I didn't know if the place would be full. I was surprised how many people were here. We'll take any more questions.
One of those cases, I mean, can you not wait kids until next year starts because you pretty much have everybody back?
We need a little vacation. Take it easy over there.
Brett, how excited are you for
How about
next?
golfing and hitting it in the woods a few times? Good.
Yeah, no, I think this is something we can build on to answer that question. So hopefully this will spring us into next year. But yeah, we'll take a few days off.
McAdams, I bought your paper all week. I'll see you at Saratoga. Thanks a lot. We'll be in the locker room.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget your trophy.